my hair. Whew. Boy, my hair is a mess today. Mess today. Oh my goodness. Well, that's okay, right? Progress, not perfection. And that includes our hair. So, hi everyone. Welcome. And so today I really wanted to go over my control journal because I've been asked now a couple times what is in my control journal and give some ideas for that. So here we are, and I'm coming to you live, which is why my hair is a mess. It's a little bit dark, but that's okay. So if you're here, make sure you say hi to me inside the chat because I'm here, I'm live, and I will be talking to you. So if you're going through the baby steps, that is outlined inside of Flylady's book, Sync Reflections. I believe it's like Fly Baby step number 3 or 4. It talks about a control journal. And I really wanted to open up my control journal. I've been asked a couple times what's inside. So let me go ahead and I'll be getting into that. And let's see. So I actually have, this is my original control journal from, I want to say 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know. It was a while ago. So this is my original binder. I have updated some of the things in here, and I will be opening it to go and show you as well. I also have my new Happy Planner, and I'll show you. I can close it. I love this. I love the colors. See the colors, and it says "Be Your Own Happy." So if I am going to be moving a lot of this stuff from my binder into my control journal, but if it was something that you were interested in getting your own control journal, I do have a link to that inside of the chat, but I will also be putting that also inside of the description of this video if you're watching the replay. So make sure you check that out. So you guys ready to get in? I know I'm kind of ready. Like I said, I've been asked for this, and all I did was just take pictures, but let's get right into it. So opening up my control journal, I'm going to be honest, it's not pretty. It's just pretty basic, but what I have, and let me see if I can move this, and then I'll be taking it out so you can actually see what the pages are. So you'll see I have these little dividers in there. I had that really just to try to separate the different areas inside the control journal. But what I have in there, which you may find helpful, I hope that this is not backwards. Let me know in the chat if this is backwards. But so I have the before bed routine, and I do have this in, I'm not sure where this opens. I know, oh, it opens up right here. But I have basically just these little sheets here, like page protectors, because that way you can actually write on it with like an expo marker, and you can cross them off as you do them. That was my original thought. So I do have the before bed routine. I also do have the morning routine. So they are separate pages. And that was really kind of helpful for me. So what I'm going to be doing inside of my Happy Planner is I am going to be also putting these in there, but I'll be putting them in there on separate pages. I've kind of been doing things a little bit differently recently in how I plan out my day. So I will be working that in there, and I do hope to do a video to show you how I've been planning out my day. Honestly, my house is kind of a little crazy. I have boxes everywhere. So once I am inside the new house, I hope to be able to do that. I have 10 days, I think 10 days before I'm in there, and it's killing me. So yeah, let me put these back in. All right, so the next thing that I have here, my next little section, is I have the basic weekly plan. So I do have on another video, I kind of go through the different aspects of Flylady, and I do talk about that. And this is where this is, and I will go and put a link to that somewhere. I don't have that handy, but here's my basic weekly plan. And that way, again, I can just have something nice and easy to see. So um, I I don't know if I'm going to necessarily need all of this, but inside of this basic weekly plan, I'm going to get kind of close here. I hope you can see this and it's not backwards, because to me it looks backwards. But on there, I do have the weekly home blessing stuff on there. Um, so I have toss old magazines and newspapers, change the sheets, empty all the trash, vacuum all the rooms, mop the kitchen floors, clean the mirrors, and dust. So I do have all that there. So that is something that will be going inside of my new Happy Planner as well. And now I also decided to do this as well. I will be changing this. So here I have, now this comes directly from Flylady's website, and I'm going to quickly grab this information. So I don't know if you could still see me or not, but this information, the detailed cleaning list, that can be found right on the flylady.net website. And I'm going to see if I can't grab you guys a link. And just in case I don't have that while I'm here on this stream, I am going to make sure that you guys actually have a copy of that. I will be putting that inside of the description to make sure that you all have a copy, because for me, I found it handy. So I'm just going to go in and put it down inside the description afterwards. So make sure you grab that. But this tells you, it breaks it out by zone. And so with that, I'll be able to very quickly see what I have to do. It doesn't tell you when to do what here on this list, but it does tell you, like, zone 1 is the entrance, the dining room, and the front porch. So, but it does break it down into the individual things you have to do. I will be also adapting this for not only my new house, but also for the Happy Planner as well. What I will be doing is I'll be taking an inventory of the different zones in my house. I do have a floor plan, and so I'll be figuring out what are my 5 zones, and then looking at it and saying, okay, I don't have plants. I don't need to water plants. But I'll be putting those on individual pages of my Happy Planner. And then I'll be separating those, and you'll see, I'm going to do a whole plan with me so you guys will actually get a chance to check that out. But in the interim, I'm basically just going to break out what I have to do over the course of a week. So let's see what else I have. So I have all of those different zones. And then honestly, I didn't put too much else in there. What I do have, my family, we do like to eat out. We not necessarily even eat out. We like to go and have them deliver. So I have takeout menus. I have, I did have our local, oh, here it is. Every time, you know how you get these like on your pizza boxes, or you go into a restaurant and you see a to-go order? I grab one. I have it in the back of my binder so that I always have it. Because you know how you get when you're like, well, I don't know what they have. I need to see what they have. So I'll put that in the back of my binder. But for the most part, it's really super basic what I have in there right now. You don't need too much. You really don't. And I want you to really think about this home binder as yours. This is going to be completely unique to you and your family. So even though I have something inside my binder, my control journal, it may not be something that you're going to need for your control journal. At one point, I did have emergency contacts inside my control journal. The number to the local police department, that was actually years and years ago, but I did have that there. I did have some other information in there that was gonna be good when I had a babysitter, but my youngest is now 14, so I don't really need a babysitter anymore. But that may be something that you may want to have inside of your control journal if you have children or if you need something like that. Something I did plan on putting inside my control journal is what happens if the water breaks? Like I have a water line break or something like that. So I'm going to need to have a phone number to a plumber. I'm going to need to have a phone number for an electrician. So things in case of an emergency. In some home management binders, which this control journal is also one of those, you may have I'm trying to think, what are they called? I'm live, so I can't just like edit myself out. It's the user manuals. So you may have like an accordion style user manual for some of this stuff. That may work. Like I said, it's really going to come down to what do you need for you and your family. So I'm interested in what questions do you guys have? Let me know. You can either do it here in the chat or you can let me know down inside the comments. I know someone did go and ask me recently about paper clutter. And how do you deal with paper clutter? Well, one thing I can say is I really don't have too much paper clutter. I'm trying to put everything back in my binder. I really don't have too much paper clutter because I don't like keeping paper. My husband, on the other hand, he wants to keep everything. When we were cleaning out some of our drawers and things, like, you know, that drawer that you put everything into, we had one too. I found the like user manual or like the, you know, the manual that tells you how to put together stuff for my 14-year-old walker. And so I don't need that, clearly. I did actually have inside my binder, I'm trying to grab it without knocking stuff over. I do have some. For whatever reason, this was in, and I'll give you the side profile view. This was inside my binder. This stuff, my husband said, here, hold on to this. So let's go through this. The way that I would deal with paper clutter is, do you need this for taxes? Right now, I don't need much for taxes, but do you need it for taxes? If so, hold on to it. If you have bills, I would look into going paperless for that, because honestly, this right here is a bill. I know you're not going to see it, but this is March. Why do I have it? I've already paid it. It's going to be thrown away. I don't need it. What is this? Since we're just going through, this I do need. So this I am going to hold on to. This is my husband's student loan. So I'm going to need that. So yeah, obviously I'm going to keep a hold of that because that is taxes. What is this? Another bill I've already paid. Why am I holding on to it? So when going through this, here's another bill. Don't need it. Already paid it. I know a lot of this is from March. So when you're going to be going through your paper clutter, one thing you can do is only take a small amount at a time. I'd say maybe an inch, inch and a half, and that's it. That's all you do. I would rather do this as opposed to setting a time limit, because you're going to start like spreading everything out and it's going to be kind of overwhelming. So that is how I would work on the paper clutter. Be honest with yourself. And do you need it? Yes, then file it. Find a way to file it. If that means you have your own binder that you file things that are important like that, then do it. But I think that's really all I wanted to go and convey inside of this this live stream. Now, here's a question for you. I'm going to leave this here with a question. Do you like Do you like these live streams? Do you want more of them? Let me know. And I am going to be going through the baby steps again. I'm going to be doing that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be mid-July, only because I want to put away some boxes before I get inside of the baby steps again. But what do you think about that? Is that something that you guys want to go and see? Do you want to join me on that journey? Let me know as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.